Victoria has some of the best fishing in Australia. To maintain and develop this rich natural resource, Fisheries Victoria draws on the advice of its scientists and the broader community. A big highlight of the year for thousands of Victorian anglers is the snapper season.
Fantastic, have a look at that, that's beautiful.
To ensure snapper season continues to remain sustainable, fisheries scientists monitor the number of baby snapper coming into Port Phillip Bay after each spawning season.
We've headed out tonight as part of our surveys of a range of sites in Port Phillip Bay. These sites cover the main nursery areas for snapper in central and western Victoria. What we find from these surveys tell us about replenishment of snapper populations all the way from Portland to Wilson's Promontory, including Port Phillip Bay and Western Port Bay. We come out at night to survey, as this is when the juvenile snapper are more effectively caught by our small trawl net. Over the last 23 years, fisheries scientists have built up an invaluable database that's allowed us to track long-term variation in the abundance of baby snapper, and has also shown us how variable the numbers are from year to year. Linking this data with other information gives us an understanding of what natural factors might be influencing these large fluctuations. One important factor we've learned about is the influence of the Yarra River flow, particularly during spring. This flow delivers critical nutrients that feed the food chain that supports the baby snapper larvae as they grow. Another critical factor is the seasonal water temperature dynamics. The eggs and larvae of snapper have strict temperature tolerances and do best between 18 and 22 degrees Celsius. So really it's an interaction between these two climate factors which is critical in determining how many baby snapper will survive. So this little fella here is 26 centimetres length, and actually that means he's probably around about between 2 and 3 years of age. The snapper take about 3 to 4 years to reach the legal minimum size of 28 centimetres and approximately 6 years to reach 40 plus centimetres and enter the adult fishery. Survey results over the last decade suggest that the recent high catches should start to moderate. However, the good news is the last few years of surveys have shown high numbers of baby snapper, which means that the long-term forecast for the fishery is highly encouraging.
These ongoing assessments by fisheries scientists ensure that environmentally driven fluctuations in baby snapper numbers are clearly understood. These results are then factored into the long-term sustainable management of Victoria's snapper fishery that is so important to so many Victorians.
Authorised by Victorian Government, 1 Treasury Place, Melbourne.